This year, my brother Lou from Zombie Hollow and I teamed up to try and win the Maker Collab. The theme was TV show, so naturally, we went the horror route and chose to do a Stranger Things project. And what we came up with is going to be bigger and stranger than anything you've ever seen.
It's so strange. It's Stranger Things. You're an idiot.
Hopefully, you'll be amazed at how far we take this.
Farther than we've ever gone before.
I really need to start. So my brother and I signed up for the Maker Collab, and I think we got a month left to go. So anyway, I don't really know how I'm going to make this thing. So since I have a bunch of pieces like this from cutting things out on my laser, I'm going to cut all these off to make little sticks, and I'm going to try to make a model. Let's go.
Now, I don't usually build models, but I saw Jimmy DeResta do this with some popsicle sticks on a project that he made, so I thought it'd be kind of a good idea. And I couldn't really just wrap my head around how to build a tree out of wood, and especially this since it's got 3 sections. And you can see here it's got a base, it's got a middle section that needs to have an open space, and then a top. With at least a rough design in place, let's start cutting some wood. The first was to try and cut some shapes for a hexagon, and I don't really know how to do it.
Did I do it right?
We don't know what.
God, I hate angles.
Right there. Wood putty.
What
Wood putty.
What
there.
What grade did you get in geometry?
I didn't take it. I barely got out of Algebra 1. Angle needs to be,
120, not 60.
yeah. Try again.
So, 30. You think?
Try it. Let's cut one and see what happens.
Does that look better?
That looks more hexagonical. Is that the term I need to use? Hexagonical?
Yeah, that is going to be big though, isn't it?
Give me that other thing. If we extend that out, let's just pretend this is in
Yep.
line. And yeah, that's a big tree.
Your language is offensive.
Sorry, it's a big tree.
With the geometry out of the way, we went to sizing. We originally thought 24 inches for each piece, but then quickly realized 18 was going to be plenty.
Hold that. So 18 inches got us,
31 inches.
ooh, 30 3/4 basically. Yeah,
The base.
that's a tree. That's a big tree.
Okay.
For joining our boards together, we used every fine woodworker's favorite method, pocket holes. This would also be a good time to mention that we are using 1x3s here because we're building the middle section. None of this is the base, so these thin boards are okay because they don't really have to support any weight.
2 of those.
Nice.
And these pieces need to be funny shapes because it's essentially a quarter of an octagon. So the back will be 1/2 of a solid octagon piece. And then the front needs to be 2 separate doors, so each one of those is a quarter octagon. It'll all make sense here in a few minutes. It's basically like we're building an octagon table here, just in sections. So we have to build the base piece and the top piece for this section, and we need each piece to be about 2 feet tall. And that's just because eventually these are going to be doors that open, and there is going to be a Demogorgan that jumps out. That is going to be a big tree. Oh, yeah. So these are the door pieces, but they really need to be like their own set of boxes, because these doors will eventually have the infinity portal effect. So in order for that to happen, we've got to have space to put stuff in there and the mirrors to make the effect. So these quarter octagons need to be boxes.
When alpha particles go through gold foil, they become unoccupied space.
Again, this all makes sense here eventually. With the middle section done, it was time to move on to the base. We used green boards for the bottom and 2x4s for the rest.
And we have a tree base.
Once again, we had to cut a bunch of straight pieces here to build this thing up because we wanted the middle section to basically start at about waist height.
Slap her down.
No, it goes the other way. There you go.
This is like one of those puzzles when you're 3.
Yep. Over there. 5 feet tall already, and it's gonna be a lot more. It's gonna be a mighty oak made of pine. We decided that the base needed a flat top, so we cut down some old OSB that I had laying around in the shop. Well, there you go. If nothing else, we have a pub table now. We decided we needed to screw in a few extra boards on some of the corners because the next step was wrapping this whole thing in chicken wire. Why chicken wire? Well, because eventually after that we'll put some plastic around it and spray the whole thing in spray foam. Round 1. Gnarly tree. Going around again?
We ain't got time for that. Let's go do some.
My brother doesn't understand that in order to make YouTube videos, you actually have to record video. But anyway, this was getting too big, so it's time to move to his shop.
All right, we have moved operations to Loopalooza. So we're gonna try and get this party started.
Now that we've got the tree at the new location, we can really start building this thing up and making it a lot taller. Just right.
You said stand it up like that?
Yeah, we'll screw it from the bottom.
All right.
There was a whole lot of figuring this out as we went along, because it's not often that you really take pieces of lumber and try to turn it back into a tree. And as always, safety first. This upper part is a bit tricky, because we just need enough space for the cabinet doors to sit in there and be able to open and close, but we also need it to be stable, because we're going to add branches to the top. And if it's not yet obvious, we don't know what we're doing. So with the overhang figured out, or at least sort of figured out, it was time to start adding to the top and adding more chicken wire. There's also some minor trim work, along with some shoring up of the doors, and of course, chicken wire to those as well. And then we were finally able to start branching out. Get it? Branching out, tree, okay, I'm done.
Almost touching the ceiling.
How are we getting this out of here?
I have no idea.
He's still adding
I
branches.
promise, last one.
Yeah, make it wider, that way it'll really be easy to get through the door.
All right.
Do you think you got him?
I think we got enough now. That looks tree. Looks like a tree. I mean, it's out of wood, so it looks tree. All right.
Chicken wire.
Chicken wire time.
In my brother's shop, it's very easy to get distracted.
Downtime's important.
Anyway, back to work, and then the final stretch run of chicken wire is on.
Last piece of chicken wire going on. Saran wrap and foam.
Let's go. We're doing saran wrap here because if you just try to spray foam over chicken wire, most of it shoots right through and just ends up on the floor on the inside of the tree.
Dude, come back here and look at this. Looks awesome. It's incredible. It's a tree. God sakes, it's a tree.
Look at those branches.
Look at those branches. God damn, let's get the foam on it.
Our weapon of choice, great stuff, spray foam. I must say, I had a bit of a struggle starting out using these cans. Oh God!
Go slow, here. Pressure.
Wow, this takes a learning curve.
Yeah.
Very, very
light pressure.
Switch and choose the.
You can see that Lou's a master at this. And for the tree, we had to have the foam lines go straight up and down so that they'd look like tree bark. Spooky tree bark. But we quickly realized this was going to take a lot of foam. One can. Okay, can I get a foam montage?
Grant? What's it look like?
We're about 110. That's over 9 feet tall.
I can't believe we didn't make it 11.
11.
Well, it's a tree. If it's a tree, then it should be kind of tall, right?
That's a big tree. 9 feet tall was not what I originally had in mind.
Oh, I did. If something's worth doing, it's worth overdoing.
Go big or go home.
Go big or go home. Massive tree.
It's so strange. It's Stranger Things.
You're an idiot. Day 2. Back at it on the tree. Super Friends on the television. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
With most of the foam done, it was time to move on to the middle section, which would be our doors that would house an infinity portal and, of course, our Demogorgon. We then had to do some quick trim work so that everything would be flush and the doors would be able to open and close smoothly.
Whoa. Whoa. Joey, put a Fuku over here.
It's looking great.
Custom work. It's custom.
To install the doors, we went with a piano hinge.
All right.
Moment of truth. The hinge is in. Will it work?
Dude. Swing it out.
A little rub there, but rubbing is racing.
And Robin's son is racing.
All right. Moment of truth. Please close. Please close.
Please close.
Please close.
That one's still closing. It's rough. There it is.
Wow.
That one's got some stick to her. But it works. Dude, it's money. It opens that far.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
We get the pneumatic thingy on there, and it'll be good to go.
Now let's try some pneumatics.
Pneumatics test, part 1. Safety first.
Ready?
Holy That's aggressive. Wow.
Bocce balls.
Oh my god.
It's so violent. That's gonna break those wooden doors, Grant.
Yeah. That's not gonna work.
Wait. Let's try less pressure. That was at 50 psi. Let's try 30. 20. Works.
Holy smokes, you guys.
Meanwhile, I went away for a weekend, and my brother painted the whole tree.
Oh my god.
Grant's gonna film me cutting.
Yep, that's what I do. Anyway, he's cutting some plexiglass, and these are for the doors, because we didn't want to use real glass, because they swing pretty violently.
So loud.
For the infinity portal trick to work, we needed a mirror, and wow.
7 years bad luck. Can't afford to break any more.
The lesson here, kids, is don't buy the $7 mirror from Walmart and think that you can actually take it apart.
Since I broke the other mirror, we went and just bought our own. Let's not make this 14 years bad luck. Adhesive. Caulk.
Mirrors installed.
Since you need a mirror on both sides, and the front side needs to be see-through, we got this mirrored window tint. Probably not the best use on plexiglass, but hey, we made it work.
Darkness.
Darkness falls upon the back.
Test run.
Film it.
Oh, dude.
Whoa, baby.
Oh.
Left it. Well, here we
Get
go.
the effect. Yeah, it's got to be flat there. They're worried
Do
that.
it the right way? Does it matter? Oh, there. We were doing it backwards.
Whoa, wait a minute.
That looks way better. The portal in time. Yeah,
Another dimension.
another dimension. Ow! God! Gosh darn it! Gosh darn poopy! Poopy fart! I should probably wear one gloves. That'd probably be the smarter thing to do, wouldn't it?
It's fine. I mean, the smarter thing would be to, like, I don't know, use a stapler.
No, because then you're gonna see staples.
You can see cords.
Staples look so unprofessional.
Staple. Staple.
Put some duct tape over them.
We quickly realized that hot glue was stupid and painful, and we had some clear Gorilla Tape, and that worked much better.
Oh,
Yes.
tunnel of hate. We are going to shoot some webs up in there from our Webcaster glue gun. So it's a glue gun you hook an air compressor up to, and it's made for putting cobwebs in haunted houses. So we're just going to try shooting a little bit in there to see if that gives a little bit more atmospheric effect to our upside down. That's what you want. Get it going. Dude, that looks awesome. TNT. Yeah. Yeah. We want that in there.
Is that a switchblade?
Yeah, it's legal.
Is it?
With a permit, and I have a permit.
This just says I can do what I want.
Permit says you can do what you want. All right, let's put some spray foam around there, very carefully. Spray foam very carefully. Which will give us our vines. We'll paint those to look like the gnarly Stranger Things vines that grow from the upside down. This thing's looking legit. Today, we're going to cut into the foam that we sprayed on last night because it sealed it all up. So now we're going to make a perfect cut with a perfect brand new 89-cent blade.
Looks like the top. There we go. Yeah, buddy.
There it is.
Then this last layer of foam just needed a paint job to make it look like some gnarly Stranger Thing guts.
So you painted them black, and I hit them with this darker red, like a maroon, and then I hit them with the bright red, just blotch it here and there to highlight it, and then I'm hitting it with a UV reactive paint. So when we hit the whole thing is going to have a UV light on it, and that'll really make those vines pop, pop, pop. Damn, son.
Holy cow.
That looks just like the TV show.
Oh, it's so good. After Lou got the entire tree painted black with his sprayer, I came over it with a light tan color, just brushing on enough that you could see a lot of the black exposed underneath. And once that light tan color was dry, I came over it with a dark brown stain.
and it will make it look wet, and it'll stay wet forever. Not just wet, but like gooey wet. Right there at the top, that'll hold it. Good. Gob it. There we go. We need to make, you should put some of this in your mouth with this goop in it, and you'll look like Will in that one episode.
No.
Awesome.
With the tree ready, it was time for Lou to figure out the monster inside.
What if it's the Demogorgon? Oh, Jesus, we're so screwed if it's the Demogorgon.
It's not the Demogorgon.
Well, IG, guess it's just me and you tonight.
Too crappy to work outside. We might as well work on this tree for the Maker Collab and get it finished while Grant's gone. Yeah, gosh, I feel like it just needs something else. It needs, I mean, we just made a tree out of wood. It needs, I don't know, metal? Yeah, you thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah, time for a major remodel. Let's get back in hardware mode.
I can make that.
Okay, been working on the Demogorgon head, and I got the idea for this from a haunter called Ojai Haunt. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, and I apologize if I'm not, but they're, I found them on YouTube, and they're on Instagram, so you should give them a follow. That's them right there. So basically, they cut out a template and put it into foam, and then put some chicken wire, the squared chicken wire in the middle, and we're gonna make a sandwich with it. So I'm cutting out the second one now, and then they covered theirs in just paper towels, paint, and like a Monster Mud type thing. Although I think they did use some latex, but we're gonna use straight up liquid latex with ours. We're gonna coat it so it will move and flex and bend, and to try a little bit different take on theirs. All in the details.
Making monsters.
We don't want it to be too bloody and scary, but we don't want it to be too lame either, so we can push the limits. Push the limits. That's what is scary and what's gnarly. But it's gotta look gnarly.
And after all that, Lou put the finishing touches on the Demogorgon, got him installed, and it was time to test this thing out.
Are you alive?
Yes! We did it! I can't believe it worked.
I can't believe it worked indeed. And Lou really did an amazing job on this Demogorgon. I mean, he printed off several dozen shark teeth to glue in place, and all of his goop and paint really made this thing look awesome. And the tree really looked great on display at Zombie Hollow, my brother's haunted attraction. He did a special Stranger Things area, and man, everybody raved about this thing. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you really like what you see here, check out some of these other ones. Till then, we'll see you on the next one.